Can you explain me a little bit about the title?
Yeah, Kill Shakespeare is an action-adventure story where we take all of Shakespeare's greatest heroes and his most menacing villains, and we put them all together. Same world, same story, same adventure. They're all on a quest to track down and kill or save a mysterious wizard by the name of William Shakespeare. It's sort of Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings with Shakespeare's characters. It originally came out as a 12-issue series with IDW Publishing, or 2 volumes. We've now put out Volume 3, and Volume 4 is on its way. In addition to the comic books, we've had a stage production that's played in about 15 or 16 cities worldwide. We have a board game that just debuted this weekend here at the New York Comic Con, and we're in development for television.
That's the board game here?
Yeah, the board game is actually right over here at our table. Yeah, it's a semi-cooperative game, so you get to play 1 to 5 characters: Hamlet, Juliet, Othello, Falstaff, or Viola. And you're supposed to work with the other players to stop Lady Macbeth and Richard III from taking over the land, but you can't work too closely with them because at the end of the day there's only one winner. So be warned, you may be stabbed in the back, or you may you may end up stabbing someone else in the back.
Wow. How much does it cost?
The board game retails for $16. It's published by IDW Games. It's
that's cool.
A division of our publishing company, the Charlemagne Game Division. It's the first original IP that they've put together for the new division.
How did you come up with the idea for Kill Shakespeare? Do you write fan fiction, or do you get inspired by Abraham Vampire Hunter or something?
No, we were actually inspired by Kill Bill, the Quentin Tarantino film. Myself and Connor McCreer, my co-creator, we were sitting around brainstorming ideas for video games one day, and suddenly the Kill Bill title came up, and we thought, hey, that would make a great video game, but I'm sure it's already in development, or it's been done. So somehow we went from Kill Bill to Kill Bill Shakespeare, and we immediately thought of it as a story where it would be all of his characters on this quest to hunt him down and kill him. And that's, that was sort of the genesis of it, and as these things often happen, I mean, things change along the way, but I mean, the general storyline that we originally came up with has stayed very close to what it was.
I really like that. Kill Bill Shakespeare.
Kill Will, yes.
Kill Will. So you start off with Hamlet in the beginning of the story. Why did you choose that as the starting point?
Hamlet is perhaps the most famous of Shakespeare's characters, and it's the role that everybody wants to play. If you're an actor, you want to play Hamlet at some point in your life. And so
that's cool.
We just really like this concept of this guy who, is thrust from this situation, and he's a thinking man. He's an action hero. Some people think that he's more inactive than active, but if you actually analyze the text, he actually is very active. He's the one that's causing everything to happen in his production. But we thought it was great, and it also served as a great entry point. We have that jumping in point where at one point in the play, Act 4, Scene 1, he goes off to England, at the end of Act 4, he goes off to England, and that's where his ship is attacked and pirates attack and all that sort of stuff. And so that's sort of like the perfect exit point for him and the entry point for him into Kill Shakespeare.
Okay, that's cool. Can you explain more about Hamlet being an action man, both in the original text and in your text?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny when people think of Hamlet as a character. They always think, they think his *1 trait or his #1 fatal flaw is his indecision.
Yeah.
But I mean, actually, when you look at Hamlet, I mean, one of his, he drives all the action. I mean, he talks circles around everyone. He's the smartest man in the room. I equate him with Sherlock Holmes. Like, he's just that guy that he's so charismatic. Maybe not like Sherlock Holmes, but he's charismatic, he's smart, he knows he's the smartest person, he's got a great sense of humor, and I mean, really, he's not indecision. I mean, his real fatal flaw is the fact that, he has the sense of that what he wants is right all the time, and so we really like to bring that into the story and see what happens.
It sounds like a very good reason to make him as the main character.
Yeah, like I said, he's one of those characters that everybody wants to play. I mean, all these characters that we have, I mean, we're talking the greatest characters of all time. We have Hamlet, we have Juliet, there's Othello, Falstaff, Puck, Lady Macbeth, Richard III. I mean, these are all the greatest ever created, and that's a reason. They've stuck around for 400 years because they are so great.
Right. Have you ever watched any anime?
Sorry?
Have you ever watched any Japanese anime?
I've seen some. I'm not that much of an expert on it.
I hear there's a lot of plot twists in your comic book.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, the thing is that everything's been around for 400 years. So I mean, it's I know some people have a debate. I've debated with some people that Batman is actually the Hamlet story.
Really?
A guy, a young man who loses his family, loses a family member.
His father.
Then decides he wants to get revenge. Instead of getting revenge against the scum of Gotham City, he's getting revenge against his uncle and anyone who tries to get in his way in Denmark.
Do you have a website where you write down all your stuff about Hamlet and all these characters?
We don't have a website for that. We do have our Kill Shakespeare website, killshakespeare.com, and we're on Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr and all that.
Okay, so if we want to debate about Shakespeare, we could probably contact you on there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, our contact info is on there. We do workshops all the time on how to promote your comic, how to pitch to publishers, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, we're very open. If anyone has any sort of questions about Shakespeare, about Kill Shakespeare, about comics, entrepreneurship, anything, we're always happy to answer.
Okay, plot twist wise, back to anime. This is an anime that really sort of reminds me of your kind of plot when you were plotting Kill Shakespeare, Samurai Flamenco. I highly recommend you watch it. Like,
okay, I'll check that out.
It really bends the genre as the same way as your comic book, and I highly recommend it.
I'll check that out, man. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Have a good day.